mic is okay. She off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh.
Hello there. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to you. This is Maiyegun live. And thank you so much for joining me. You can share the broadcast with your friends. Tell them Maiyegun is live. It's going to be about tomorrow. Yes, just to let you know that there is nothing to panic about. It is going to be a big day, something that we will remember for long, because it will go down tomorrow. So share the broadcast. Let them know Maiyegun is live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube, ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́, ijó ìgbádìyẹ,
Thank you so much for joining me. And as you are joining, you should, be inviting others. It works well that way when many other people have to hear the, the fact from fiction. Tomorrow, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be at the Federal High Court in Abuja, where the government of Nigeria that kidnapped him will bring him to court and then lay bare. They said it's going to be the continuation of his case. However, they are adding more. So they will lay that bare tomorrow. And his own lawyers, his own defense team, they are also going to pull up other trial, within trial, especially Nigeria government having to explain how they kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya with the collaboration of the Kenya authorities, right? Now, the Abuja is on lockdown as you are watching this video. The Biafrans are already besieging Abuja. They are there in their hundreds, in their thousands of, they flooded Abuja already. And this has, thrown a lot of panic in that city, especially among the security forces, DSS, the Ora Secret Service. They have been busy all day. You see, court premises should be a public space, right? But they are going to militarize the place tomorrow, okay? We're going to talk about it tonight. Also, a lot of development on what is going on in Benin Republic. Tomorrow, Monday the 26th, is also going to be a big day for all of us, the freedom lovers. Oloye Sunday Igboho will be in court tomorrow, and it is a two-way thing. Nigeria needs to present a case against him tomorrow. You have all now know the story behind this arrest, right? He wasn't traveling with any fake document. He wasn't traveling with any Beninois, passport. No, he was traveling with his Nigerian passport as well as his German resident card. Yeah, they display some. You saw them in DSS display some in Abuja, Abi. Well, the authority in Benin Republic said they didn't see him with any fake passport. They saw him with Nigeria passport. Him and his wife, who is a German resident, who is a German citizen, they were traveling back to Germany. And that's when their name popped up on their wanted list, put together by Malamun, the terrorist government, the jihadist apologist minister of injustice in Nigeria. That's why they stopped them. And now Benin Republic is now asking Nigeria to present evidence against Igboho that indeed he is a criminal, and they have to prove it. And you and I know that Igboho is not a criminal. In Benin Republic, they know that he's not a criminal. Since the arrest of Oloye Sunday Igboho, Benin Republic has been in the news more than ever. I'll come back to that too. So tomorrow, if Nigeria cannot present any case against Oloye Sunday Igboho, they will have to release him on bail. Also, they will also have to accelerate his asylum request in Benin Republic. And let me tell you how that works. Because he was arrested on the order of another country. Benin Republic has no extradition agreement with Nigeria. But people are saying economically, Benin Republic relies on their border with Nigeria, which 70% of their own import and their business and all that runs through. Nigeria has shut that border for almost 2 years now. Now, what people are saying is that, yes, Benin Republic may not have extradition agreement with Nigeria, but at the same time, they can bargain for something bigger because they have found that they have caught a bigger fish. They've realized that Oloye Sunday Igboho is not just a street criminal that is running away from any crime. No, he is a political fugitive, which means that a political asylum seeker, it should be, anywhere he goes to, because it is Nigeria that is going after him, trying to kill him. So that could bring about a bit of diplomatic arm twisting and all of that. But tomorrow, if Nigeria fail to present a case against him, which they can't, one of the evidences they are taking to Benin Republic is that they have videos where Oloye Sunday Igboho said, anyone who doesn't support Oduduwa Nation, they will kill them. They will do this, they will do that. Any royal father, this and that. That's part of the evidence they said they are taking to Benin Republic tomorrow. So what will then happen now is that Benin Republic can't let him go. That's why they gave them 20 days. So tomorrow, the news that will likely come out there is that Sunday Igboho has been freed. But it will be on bail, which means he has to remain in Benin Republic until all the legal, whatever they want to put on his way, are completely removed. That is the right thing to expect tomorrow. And let me tell you what the support has been. For those who thought Oloye Sunday Igboho has a case to answer, he has no case to answer. That is so obvious, right? However, we also want to let you know that he is never alone. The fact that the Benin Republic as a country that is, member of the Interpol organization as well, which means that if anyone is declared wanted by any country, they have the right to hold that person until that country proves the reason why they should be returned to where they are wanted or what have you. So the Yorubas have now risen up, like in a big expected way, even though some people they were not expecting it. They said, oh, they have pushed him now. They've pushed him into his this. They have abandoned him. Look at what they have done. You know what I'm talking about? People who are pretty much those on-boot slaves, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, those Buhari diddens. But Yorubas, indeed, stood up for Sunday Igboho, not just in Nigeria, even in Benin Republic. From the report we have received so far, there are already delegations sent by the traditional rulers in Yoruba land, those who believe in the cause of Oduduwa Republic, genuinely, that the injustice meted at the Yorubas, especially the Westerners in Nigeria, right, in Project Nigeria is enough to make everyone in that part of that country to demand not to be part of an organization or a country that doesn't protect them. So they sent delegates. Go to Benin Republic, pull all the string you can, protect Sunday Igboho as much as you can, and make sure that he is kept safe. Don't let him come back here. Don't let him come back to Nigeria now. Because as we speak, the mad dog inside the asshole rock and his jihadist brothers, they are baying for blood, and they know that Yorubas will fight back. They want to stab us at the center of our hearts. They want to stab us in the heart and say, well, is that the best you can produce? Sunday Igboho, we will kill him right before your eyes, and then we'll see who you send next. So protect him, because an attack on Sunday Igboho is now an attack on the entire Yoruba race, except the Buhari idiots, the Buhari dins, the Buhari diddens, the obedient fools, the on-boot slaves, sophisticated morons, and all these their cousins and their nephews, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris. Okay? But, and you know, a bona fide Omoluabi, a born and bred Yoruba son and daughter knows that any attack on Sunday Igboho is an attack on the Yoruba race. And that is what you should feel, the anger, the rage that you should feel against what Nigeria is doing to him. So he's not alone. He is not alone. Don't worry. See, if you see people who are kind of becoming unruly, especially on Facebook, right? No. Don't fight them. Leave them. Okay? Just let them watch. There's something that they can't do, and that is they can't ignore us. They know where we stand. They know what we talk about. They know what we say. But you know what? As much as they don't like what we say, they are addicted to. They still have to watch Maiyegun. And when they watch Maiyegun, secretly, when the blow started eating them somehow, started eating them badly, then they will start reacting. Consider all their reactions, all their abuses, all their what have you. Consider it as the bullets coming out of this microphone, this sound, hitting them in a different part, and that's them reacting. The slaves that loves their chains. Those who believe that it doesn't matter how many people have to die. It doesn't matter how many communities have to be destroyed. It doesn't matter how many lives have to be ruined. As long as they have the access, unfettered access, unhindered access to that public till, the one that makes them so powerful, invincible, in abject poverty. So let them react. Let them react. When you see any of them abuse me, it means that he has listened to me for the past few minutes and he couldn't control himself anymore. And same way, they are all running mad whenever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's video popped up. Mazi is live. So Mazi became their own sort of a shadow. Everywhere they go, his voice. Because they watch him, they are watching him. How do you think they ate him that much? Was it not because of most of the things he said that they hurt themselves and they felt like, if I get this guy, if I hold him, that same thing. And you see those ones, right, in Yoruba land, those Lagos Abobakus, those Oshogbo Alumajiris, and those on boot slaves, obedient full office, and their uncles and aunties abroad, those Mumumadus, Bele lecturers, and the Mumu lecturers, some of them, in Yoruba land, we call them Dabi Mosheda. I don't know the English of that, but I will try. Dabi Mosheda are the kind of people that want you to hate whoever they hate. They want you to love whoever they love. They are Yorubas and they are in every tribe too. But I know those of my own brothers. I want to tell you about them. When their criminal leaders failed and decided to put the blames on everyone else except themselves, in Yoruba land, I have to say this to you. It is very, very convenient for a Yoruba lazy, failed person, somebody who has possibly failed or is failing in whatever he's doing. It is so convenient for him or her to blame an Igbo man that he's never had any business with in his life. And when you ask him, how come you don't like Igbo so much? Because they live so much around you. You are so close. You live together. They built houses around you. They are landlord. You are landlord. They are tenant. You are tenant. They are businessmen here. You are businessmen there. What exactly is that thing that makes it you can't trust an Igbo man? And when you say why, say I just think we can. They believe that they are smart. Say okay, is there anything wrong in that? Is there anything wrong in believing that you are smart? But they are not smart now. Okay, fine. If you believe that they are not, how does that then make you blame them for your own failure or failed government? When in Yoruba land, we have never been governed by any Igbo governor in the last 22 years of democracy. We have never had the Igbo House of Assembly in Yoruba land. We have never had the Igbos writing our budget. We have never had Igbos in the committees that goes abroad to borrow money in our name. We have never had the Igbos among those who are collecting taxes in Yoruba land. But it is easier for a Yoruba man who has failed completely because he is made to believe that you can't trust him. So those ones, when they listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that bias, you see, being biased is normal. You can have your biases here and there and say, well, I don't like this, I don't like that, but let your reasons be genuine. I mean, genuine reasons. I don't like Emeka. Emeka is not a straightforward person. That doesn't make a Igbo person the next Igbo man you are going to meet. Like Emeka. Even if you meet Uche and you deal with Uche and you still feel like Uche is not different from Emeka, that doesn't make all the Igbo people like Uche and Emeka. And there is not just one Emeka and Uche in Igbo land, right? And maybe even if we ask Emeka and Uche, what was their own experience with you? Maybe we can have a balanced opinion on that. But what I'm trying to say here is that those who stood up for us, those who speak out for us, those who have never committed any crime against us, those who have never signed any check, those who have never dotted any line for any policy whatsoever, those who have never sat anywhere to decide or deploy any military or police against you, but they stood up to expose those who does. And because they are the person saying it is an Igbo man, or the person saying it is a Yoruba man, I don't trust him, or I don't trust her. But what about what he is saying? How are they? So that's what happens. So when you look at them and they look at me, they still listen to me. They know where I stand. They know every word that can come out of my mouth for every second, because they are also addicted to that truth. But when that truth eats them, then they will say, come back home. You deserve to be chained. I haven't committed any crime against them. Nothing. Just like Sunday Igboho never committed any crime against anyone. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never committed any crime against anyone. But you see those who are hell-bent, destroying them, right? That are now being exposed by those who say, listen, if we really want a better deal, we must change the status quo. Then they said, no, throw them under the buses, kill them. So it doesn't matter if they like us or they don't like us. We'll still tell them. Now back to Igboho's story. Or let us start from Abuja. Tomorrow, Abuja is going to be on lockdown. There will be 1,001 videos, 1,000,001 pictures that will come out of that Abuja drama tomorrow. But I have some kind of a feeling that the Daura Secret Service, they will not bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court tomorrow. Don't take my word for it. It is a feeling, it's a gut. And sometimes I love to keep them to myself. But sometimes I love sharing them. Because a week ago, or let's put it this way, a week after they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and suddenly brought him to Nigeria, the international uproar and all of that followed it. So a week after that, their judiciary just declared that they are going on leave. The courts that postponed or adjourned the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said July 26th, the 26th of July. How then can you now go on leave, or the judiciary, until September? Now, the person you kept there will need legal representation. Is a Biafran British citizen, and therefore the British consulate, the British embassy in Nigeria, they have the right to offer him consular legal support. So they denied him that. And since the interview of his lawyer, Barrister Aloy Ejimako, the expose on what they did to him and how they got him to Nigeria and what they did to him when he got to Nigeria, they seized all contacts with him. So if my God tells me, and not just that, then just last week, Abubakar Malamu, the Nigeria Minister of Injustice, came out and he warned the IPOB never to come to Abuja for Kanu's trial. That anyone coming for Kanu's trial in Abuja must not wear any insignia, any cloth, or anything at all that shows them as an IPOB member or any sign of IPOB. That if they do that, they are going to be arrested. Well, I won't share the video with you. I'll just keep that to myself because some of you have seen the videos elsewhere. I have counted more than 16 buses that are already were on their way to Abuja about 18, 19 hours ago. They'll probably be in Abuja now. And the code of conduct, the Riot Act, read to them by the Directorate of the IPOB was that, please, lay low. When you get to Abuja, your location, where you're going to be, do not make yourselves so exposed and known. Don't group, don't sing, don't make the neighbors know that you are IPOB members wherever you're going to be. And stay together as well until tomorrow. So, now, the Daura Secret Service, they are busy looking for the IPOB members who are going to be crossing so many states into Abuja. They are already in Abuja, so don't worry yourself. Don't think they are still on their. There are many people who are still on their way, right? But they are already in Abuja. They are IPOB. They are everywhere. They never lack the numbers, do they? Never lack the numbers. I've never seen them lack numbers, especially where you won't bring Mazi Nnamdi. So that makes me feel like they may not bring him to court tomorrow. And just the same way they did during the time they held him for a whole year until they tried to kill him. They will try to sluggish and drag it, and you know what I mean? But whatever it is going to be, wherever they are going, Biafrans will follow them bumper to bumper, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your nightmare, has become a bone tied to the neck of the murderous, rabid Fulani dogs from northern Nigeria. Are you following me? It has become that bone. When you tie the bone to the neck of a dog, no matter how mad that dog is, no matter how mad the Buhari is, no matter how crazy and insane these guys are, they cannot do anything to him. That's what he has become. Now, it will be pretty much better for him to be in the UK, not in your Daura Secret Service cell, because every day, those who are having nightmare of IPO, maybe IPOB, they are the unknown gunmen. Maybe they are going to come to Abuja. Maybe they are going to attack Asoroko. Now they have since yesterday they have decided to keep the mannequin inside the box, inside the household rock, because they are scared, despite all the weapons, all the money, all the security they have, all the power they think they wield. They are so scared of a man that is using microphone, radio to talk to people. They are so scared. And now in Abuja, they are doing stop and search. Stop and search for anybody who is coming to support Mazi tomorrow. So we are looking forward to that. Oloye Sunday Igboho, they said they are sending representatives to observe, which is what they can only do. They can only observe when it comes to this. But they should do more. They should be like those who have stood up for Oloye Sunday Igboho. There is a reason for it. You get why? It is only the Southerners that are being haunted, that are being persecuted. Southerners who have committed no crime, just for asking logically for the renegotiation of this arrangement called Nigeria. That's what they're asking for, right? They're not holding guns. They're not shooting guns. They're not kidnapping people. But yet, Nigeria unleashed the state apparatus, the state security apparatus, they unleashed them on the Southerners, while the Fulani terrorists called bandits are wreaking havoc in northern Nigeria, right? That's why we would love every support to be total, not those who wants to catch in on it for their 2023 political dream. You can dream politically, do it if you want. That's yours, not ours. But if you want to give any support, make it whole. In Ajohun, today in Benin Republic, the kings, the Yoruba kings in Benin Republic, they met because of Oloye Sunday Igboho. And after their meeting, they decided that they were going to write to President Talon, that's the president of Benin Republic, the only man who can pick up the phone whenever Buhari calls. And if he says okay to Buhari, every legal things, every legal whatever, will no longer valid, because the next minute they are going to put Oloye Sunday Igboho in the plane or their chopper, and it will be flown to Abuja. However, the Yoruba communities in Benin Republic, to let the government of Benin Republic know further that this fight that Oloye Sunday Igboho is being hunted for, this campaign and agitation for the liberation of the Yoruba people from the invading, the terrorizing Fulani bandit, Fulani terrorist, is not limited to the Yorubas in Nigeria. This fight covers all the Yorubas from all over the world, including those who have their own heritage and root, traced down to Yoruba land. They are all associated with Oloye Sunday Igboho, and therefore he is not alone. I also read it in the news that Olubadan of Ibadan, yes, Baba will also be sending their own delegation, among others, who have also said, codedly, secretly, and discreetly, decided to give the support, the Oduduwa support, to an Oduduwa son who has done nothing but been hunted by the Fulani Caliphate simply because he resisted the invasion, the killing, the invasion of our communities, the killings of our people, the ransacking of our villages, destruction of our farms, and our economic survival in Yoruba land. That is what he's asking for. Never kidnapped anybody, never threatened to kidnap anybody, never threatened violence, never, ever, ever committed any violent acts. The videos out there shows us, they are there, the evidence are there, where we demanded for the emancipation, the liberation of the Yoruba people. So people are in Benin Republic. Those who can't come out because of their political association, those who can't come out because of their own association with Nigeria, business-wise. But Igboho is getting all the support, necessary one that he should get, as expected. And tomorrow, we can all sing Hosanna, as my brothers and sisters in the temple would love to sing Hosanna, 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 whatever that means. It's just something good. If Nigeria now fail to prove any evidence that Igboho committed any crime, Igboho will be freed on bail. Then he will get a political asylum, which will then give him cover from any arrest or any extradition to Nigeria. And that is safe. In fact, Igboho will be living in the Yoruba community, in that place, until all the legal review is cleared. But again, we must also be prepared for the worst. Something that people don't like or they don't want to hear, right? But you have to listen to this. Alternatively, if this whole legal move fails and Buhari and his jihadist government decided to twist the government of Benin Republic, which I have been told repeatedly that it is impossible. But listen to me. I read a lot of books, right? I read lots of books. And to be honest with you, 48 Laws of Power is my favorite. I don't know if I've said this before, but I think I have. Anyway, yeah. 48 Laws of Power is my favorite. And there is a part there that talks about, befriending your enemy. Yeah. Another word. Okay. Anyway, Benin Republic, diplomatically, they are not in good time with Nigeria. But when it comes to the game of power, influence, and money, and the people, they say for the common good, yes, they can be twisted. And that is why I want us to also be prepared. In case if that happens, then we keep the battle at home, whereby the same formidable team being put together for our brothers and sisters in Nigeria, where the DSS illegally arrested them too, yeah? So those who are there fighting for them, and those who are also there in Benin Republic doing the real job. So we fortify them, we prepare them for the worst. And I believe they are also prepared for the worst anyway. But so far, so good. The good thing about this whole thing is this. On Oloye Sunday Igboho, okay, it will be left out of the police custody tomorrow. If Nigeria cannot prove that indeed he committed any crime. Also, on Thursday this week, our 12 brothers and sisters who are currently in the DSS custody, though they have been sued anyway, Ilanomo Udua they've used their platform to sue the Daura Secret Service for the killings of the 2 innocent people inside the Igboho's house and arresting 12 people without any crime committed. However, the DSS couldn't bring them to court yesterday. So on Thursday, the court said the DSS must what? Produce them. So whatever case they think they have in Nigeria is already falling apart, right? Therefore, we are 90% sure that Oloye Sunday Igboho will get his first bail application approved by the Benin Republic court tomorrow, because it will be argued out. Now, if it's not going to be happening tomorrow, yeah, it will be happening so very soon. Because the Igboho was arrested on the request of Buhari in Nigeria. And before they can then keep him, Nigeria must first prove that he's committed a crime, then fight it in court through the process of extradition. Fight that can take months. Okay? It can take years as well. Until they prove, until the court in Benin Republic says you are guilty, they have proved it to us that indeed you've committed this crime, we want you returned. A judgment will come. It will appeal the judgment until it will be returned. So the process of extradition is not a process that they will do tomorrow and they will put him in a plane. No. That's why I said, and they can't lock him up if there is no evidence to prove that he's committed a crime indeed. So that's why we said we are 90% sure that Oloye Sunday Igboho will be coming out tomorrow. And the support is received so far. And let me tell you another thing. There are people who are also living to go and give him a moral boost tomorrow. Yes. Apart from the Yoruba think tank who are working discreetly under the ground, pulling all the diplomatic button, pulling all the political button, economic and all of that, ensuring that the Benin Republic president does not succumb to the treasure hunting of Buhari, the jihadists. There are also those who have put their support publicly. And I'm so proud of you guys. Honestly speaking, if you are one of them watching me right now, you may not know what you are doing, but I'm helping you to tell the world what you have done. You know what they did? They've given a free transportation to Benin Republic, free accommodation when you get to Benin Republic. For the days you are going to spend there, yeah, you are welcome. Just show your interest. And it's out there. And because Benin Republic is West Africa, you can carry that Nigeria passport if you have it, okay? It allows you to move freely within West Africa. So jump into that bus, go to Benin Republic. Yoruba Nation, Yoruba land, where they belong to, where they will be speaking their Yoruba fluently. Despite the French in Benin Republic, they still speak the Yoruba fluently, my brothers and sisters. They are there in Benin Republic tomorrow. It is going to be a big show, just like it's going to be a big show in Abuja tomorrow. I fear they may not bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court. You know why? They control the court in Nigeria. They control the narrative there. They are in charge. They can do whatever they want. That's exactly what makes them criminals in the first place, because they believe they can do all the wrong things and get away with it. So the fear of, what if the IPOB just invade the court and they just grab Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? IPOB members are not barbarians. They are not bloodthirsty criminals shielded in the name of religion. No, they are not. These are reasonable young men and women who have embraced peace. They've embraced liberation. They have embraced their freedom. And in solidarity, they are asking Nigeria, give us a referendum. Let us decide and choose where we want to be. They didn't pick up guns. In the news today, the Supreme Court governor of Imo State, Opuzodinjo, he came out and he said, unknown gunmen is a political tool. You remember I was telling you, when they brought about this unknown gunmen, on gun unknown men, unknown gun, all this nonsense, yeah? I said, do not, even though whatever they were doing, killing policemen, killing security officials and all of that, even though with what the security officials have done, militarizing the eastern Nigeria, no matter what they have done, right, please don't play into their hands. Your brothers and sisters are not unknown gunmen. Yes, they are victims of a state-sponsored genocide. Of course, it's on record, documented. I said unknown gunmen has nothing to do with IPOB. It has nothing to do with the ESN. But guess what? Some of you got carried away. I said it was a setup. They brought them. They brought in their terrorists, gave them guns, gave them the locations of all these places. They are those who could face people and kill them the way they were doing. And that was their own way to intensify effort in killing the Biafrans and justifying it, because the genocide they wanted to carry out, the civil war they wanted to carry out, it seems not to be playing out as they expected. Unknown gunmen is their creation. How come unknown gunmen suddenly disappeared in eastern Nigeria? Because they have done so much killings using the excuse of the unknown gunmen. They said unknown gunmen invaded Owerri prison. I came out and I said it's impossible. Think about it. Look at all the pieces. Look at all the information. How does that make any sense to you? Those who saw through the charade, then they agree with me that Maiyegun, it doesn't make any sense. True. You are bombarding them in Olu, killing innocent people in Olu, going about different places, attacking them because you are looking for ESN. Then all of a sudden, the same ESN turned to unknown gunmen and they came to attack a federal prison inside Owerri. That is just a 5 minutes or 3 minutes walk from the government house where the governor and his family should be living, where the people who are protecting the governor should be living. Then another one that is, a prison that is just about 5-10 minutes drive to the police headquarters in Imo State, in Owerri. Yeah? It doesn't make any sense to me. 20 minutes drive is the military post. The next military post to that Owerri prison, 20 minutes drive. And the ESN, as they said, the unknown gunmen, they attack Owerri prison from 12:30 a.m. in the midnight, and they didn't leave the place until 4:30 p.m., 4:30 a.m. in the morning. They even did morning devotion at the prison yard. They blown up the prison gate, and no single prison official was killed. And they released all the prisoners. It doesn't make any sense. How did they last 4 hours? And there was no single response from any of these positions or these security posts. It doesn't make any sense to me. They say, you see, unknown gunmen, they broke into this. I say, it doesn't make any sense. And indeed, it never made any sense. It will never make any sense. And just 4 hours after that, just before 12 a.m., 12 noon, the following day, the police IG said that attack on Owerri prison was carried out by the ESN. It was their way of trying to kill the Biafrans. I told you. Unknown gunmen. Now, they are scared that, just like I said, Imo State governor now came out and he said the Owerri prison was attacked by some political interests. I hope you all know the story of Okoro Awusa, as my friends would love to call him. Okoro Awusa, Uzodingba, Uzodinjo, Emeka Hedioa. You know that guy. You know their political story. They know themselves. They are not different from those Almajiri terrorist governors from Zamfara, from Borono, from all these places where they are pampering terrorists, because those ones are pampering terrorists from the Sahel. In Imo State, these guys are growing their own homegrown terrorists, and they know them. They know how armed they are for their own political survival. And when they go after and commit all crimes, it is so easy to say that must be unknown gunmen. And the unknown gunmen in the media are what? The IPOB, a narrative that is so fraudulent. But he came out just yesterday and he said unknown gunmen is a political creation. Can you believe that? Innocent people have been killed. Innocent people have been apprehended, arrested by these criminals. Many are missing as you are watching this video. Many have gone through hell simply because they created unknown gunmen to exterminate their fellow brothers and sisters, the Biafrans, for identifying with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as IPOB members. So they did that. And when they said, Shebi Sunday Igboho could disappear. Shebi Sunday Igboho, they said he has juju. Why didn't they turn to this and that and all of that? Even their DSS in their arrest, like when they killed a dog, when they killed the family dog of the Kanus, when they attacked his home, that unfortunate day in September 2017, right? And they killed his dog. They said, but Shebi Sunday Igboho get juju. Why not disappear? Why didn't he just, he's always been talking and talking. Why didn't he just use all his gun to fight and kill everybody? Instead, if they send 1,000 soldiers, he will kill all of them, blah, 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 blah. Why didn't he turn to something? So their DSS also arrested a cat. Because in their mind, if they are not, when they couldn't find Igboho, they said, we'll just have to arrest this cat, or maybe now Igboho turn to cat. Now, when they were displaying everything they got from Igboho's house, they did not tell us about the cat they arrested. They only displayed body charm and the rest of that. But what? They kept the cat out of it, in a way. So what am I trying to tell you now is that, yes, those who thought capturing the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and arresting Oloye Sunday Igboho is going to solve their insomnia, whatever they are suffering from, insomnia, the nightmare of what they have done, the people they have killed, and thinking of a day when the same axe will be dangling around their neck. Now they think if they arrest them, that will bring to an end any kind of resistance to whatever drive, madness they are pushing in southern Nigeria. Now, rather than need to abate, rather than need to subside, right, it has now escalated to the point that these two individuals, they have attracted more believers, more followers, more supporters, more people who want to do even better than them as the day grows. So tomorrow, when they show up in court, it will be the people's power over the power that thinks, the people that think that they have power. It will be people's power over this powerless, usurpers. So in Benin Republic tomorrow, let's the moment they released Oloye Sunday Igboho, immediately I get the breaking news first. I'm going to go live anyway. It doesn't matter whether I'm prepared or not. I'm going to go live. I'm going to tell you how happy. Possibly I'm going to dance with you. But that is just a start. We all know that Igboho is not the leader of Oduduwa Nation, Yoruba Nation campaign. Okay, so therefore, when we protect our Oloye, reinstall our confidence, and then we secure the release of our brothers and sisters who have been subjected to all manner of inhuman treatment simply because they have expressed their displeasure with the continuation of the Yorubas in the project Nigeria, right? So when we secure their release, then we take stock, because the Yoruba Nation campaign, Yoruba Nation agitation goes on and continues. Yeah, this time around, it will take a new dimension that I'm going to hold on to for now. I want to be part of those that are going to shape that where this goes next. Because we need to let our people know now that we are all under attack. We are all targets. If I stand up to say Fulani men and these terrorists killing our people in all these communities, right? If I stand up and say enough, I will be a target. I'm already a target anyway. I've been told. They say if I come Nigeria, they go arrest me. If I show up on their Interpol list, what have you, I won't find out until I go to Africa and where have you. So that puts me as a target. It puts you as a target. It puts every one of us as a target simply because we are asking for something that is ours. In Yoruba land, we have more than 60 million of us to start with. We have the worst type of education system. We have the worst type of healthcare system. We have the worst of the infrastructural development. We have the worst of the security system, right? Our youth, right, have been so damaged by a system that limited them and put a ceiling on their expectations and their aspiration. That is on Yoruba. That is not ours. In Nigeria, and the way they work this out, right? In Nigeria, there's this tax. There's this tax called education tax. And there's an account for it. They call it Education Tax Fund. Our forebearers, those who negotiated to be part of this Nigeria, right? They found that education was going to be the greatest weapon that we're going to need to liberate ourselves from the shackles of poverty. And indeed, it was meant to be, until Nigeria dragged us, until the Fulani terrorists who first staged their own revenge coup, they called it. And since then, they have forced that unitary system on all of us, right? So that then forced us to give up all our resources, give up all our money, and then we live on stipend, crumbs. And they also appointed criminals, freeloaders, people who steal from us. They put them in charge. Then they protect them with guns, right? Weapons that they bought with our money. Part of the crumbs they share to turn those guns on us. If we dare go after those ones they appoint to represent them, the governors, this and that. If you go after them, the same policemen that cannot protect you from terrorists, they will come after you. But let's come to this. Something that really affects you directly. Education tax fund. Education tax. In Nigeria, you have, if you put all the companies, registered companies in Nigeria into one basket, right? 90% of them are domiciled in southern Nigeria. In Yoruba land, right, we have control of more than, from that 90%, we have control of more than 45% of that, even 50%. In fact, they told us that 30% of registered the biggest companies in Nigeria, they are domiciled in Ogun State alone. So, as Yoruba people, you see all those companies, as you have them in Igbo land, as you have them in Yoruba land, as you have them across the southern Nigeria, those companies, the government of Nigeria take 2% from every profit they make. Every profit they make before tax. Among other taxes, but there's a tax called education tax that they take from every company. Now, this education tax is meant to go into funding education, and usually states or regions with most of these companies should keep the money. But they didn't do that. They take the money to Abuja. They now share it according to local government, according to states. And you know they have more. So by the time they finish sharing the money, yeah, the stipend that come back to the Yoruba people goes into the hand of these freeloaders, these scavengers, these opportunists that we call governors, Senate, and the rest of them. Now, that 2% money, there was a time, and it was in 2017, when I still pretty much used to track it. That 2% can generate more than 200 billion naira for just 1 month alone. But it is a secret tax they take that many of us don't really pay attention to. This money is specifically for education. So we in Yoruba land, when we first introduced education to our children, it was free and very qualitative. It was pretty much like families raising the children, communities raising the children. We didn't have so much money. And it became the legacy of the action group government led by Obafemi Awolowo. In fact, it became part of his evergreen legacy. So this money that they are taking from companies in Yoruba land does not go into education in Yoruba land. It goes into the hand of the thieves. But after the bigger thief has taken the chunk of it, when you go to our communities, you see the schools. When you go to their communities, you see where our children are learning, if they ever get to learn at all. When you go to our universities, you see the standard of their laboratories, their buildings, their learning equipments and learning materials and all of that. Obsolete stuff that they have to maintain with, because it is Nigeria. No be only una day get university, manage whatever you get. Are you following me? There is another way they rip you off, which is so sad. In Nigeria, southern Nigeria people love partying. So we drink a lot of alcohol. Indeed. So are some northerners too. But guess what? It is a crime to open a business selling alcohol in a majority part of northern Nigeria because of Sharia. But in Nigeria, one of the biggest companies that pay the highest taxes in Nigeria is the Nigerian breweries. The people where they make all the alcohol drink, all manner of alcohol drink. Nigerian breweries, they call them, I think. Or they have another name. I think they do, another bigger name. You see all those companies that produces alcohol, the cohol, they pay the highest bill. In 2020 alone, the company that paid the highest tax in Kaduna State is Nigerian Brewery. But guess what? Alcohol is banned publicly in more than 80% of northern Nigeria. Meanwhile, northern Nigeria is only made up of about 40% Muslim. That's another fact that some people will be running mad, right? Are you mad? Hey, we are Muslims. They are not Muslims. They are not Muslims. Northern Nigeria is not majorly Muslim, okay? But what happened is that through the power of terrorism, over the years, state-sponsored terrorism, religious killings and all of that, ethnic cleansing that has been like for decades. So it makes them have this, and you see all their emirs, when you see them, they all appear to be Alaji this, Alaji that, okay? But the population of Muslims in northern Nigeria, they're now up to 45%, okay? But that's a story for another day. I will bring you the data to back that up some other time, right? So the people, sorry, I'm gonna say this quickly because I'm missing it. Adekunle Adepoju, thank you for your super sticker. Adekunle Adepoju again. One sec, sorry. I have a Dupe Adeniyi, thank you. Adekunle Adepoju again. Thank you. I think those are. You can't sell alcohol, but they can spend the money. So they call there's something called VAT, value added tax. So federal government of Nigeria increased VAT to 7.5. So if you buy if you buy a can of Star for 500 naira or a bottle of Star for 500 naira, 7.5% of that 500 naira will go to federal government of Nigeria. So if you buy NSC, a big bottle, like in a club, for 25,000 naira, 7.5% of that money goes to the federal government. And they put it in a jar, in a single jar, and they share the money to even those who don't drink alcohol. Right? Meanwhile, there are countries here in Europe, in fact, all over the world, that make so much fortune. Countries that make so much fortune by taxing alcohol drink during the summer like this now, where people go drink, where people go, you drink to stupor, and all, you know what I'm talking about? Where you'll be seeing elderly people drinking, Government is collecting taxes on that, right? And they can't ban it anywhere. So the hypocrite of these criminals, these freeloaders, from the north, this Sahel desert, what do you call it? Jihadi Mujahideen, they call them Mujahideen, who live off the south, right? They will share the money and give the money to Zamfara. They will give the money to Kano. They will give the money to Kaduna. They will give the money to all these states. And that same evening, when they collect the money from Abuja, from alcohol, that same evening, they will jump on their Huktuba and they will say, if you see anybody with alcohol, arrest them. Then Isba, their army, the Sharia army, you will see them. You have alcohol. And they will brag. They will say, Isba destroyed 85 million naira worth of alcohol. In the news, so Isba arrested a businessman who was bringing alcohol to Kano and worth 200 million. That's a very, very favorable news on their channels, on their radio, on their transistor in Kano. Hey, they've arrested all these people. They bring a shower to our place. They bring alcohol. They bring this illiterate to. But their governors, they are stocking alcohol money inside Babariga. They're stocking them inside Babariga. They are using alcohol money to send them to Mecca. They will say state-sponsored pilgrimage to Mecca to go and pray to Muhammad there, to go and pray to Allah in Mecca. From Kano, they will use alcohol money to buy them plane tickets. They will use alcohol money to buy them this. So Nigeria alcohol money. That is unfair. So as a businessman, being part of Nigeria, you can't say, oh, I want to go and open a very standard business in Kano, a leisure center where all kind of alcohol are welcome. Because government will make money from it anyway. And alcohol is for the adults. And if you become a drunkard, now your problem with that, no be so, you can get help. So the same hypocrites who ban alcohol, but they spend the money from it. Now, like Coke, like your beverage or your juice, that's how they are drinking tramadol. And that became an epidemic in northern Nigeria. Families are chaining their children to the ground 5 years after running mad from drinking tramadol. Some of them are now smoking latrine. No joke, I'm telling you the true life story now. True life story. But that's actually not where we were going. It's like us, digging deep. Now, the Yorubas who want to live moderately, peacefully, okay? If you want to run a beer parlor, there are many people who were raised by their parents who have leisure center businesses, hotels, all of this that they run fairly, squarely, pay their taxes to government, and they send their children to better schools, got the best for their children for years. Because in southern Nigeria, you can do that. There are banned substances that if they found them around you, you will be arrested for the crime. Government makes money from it. This Fulani jihadist makes money from it. But they are living hypocrites that want to kill all of us because we won't just all have to be from the caliphate. It's not just that too. Yoruba, we will be reading. We will be reading everywhere that they have gold. In Osun, we have gold. In Yewa, we have gold. In Ogun Water side, we have liquid natural gas. In Ogun Water side, we have abundance bitumen. Right there, in Ogun Water side, we have a lot of limestones. Right there, in Ewekoro, in Shagamu, right there, we have the highest, ever seen grown timber, in the entire West Africa. Right there, in Ogun State. When you talk about rubber, right there in Ogun State. Again, when you talk about gravel, granite, right there in Ogun State. What is it that we don't have? Just one state, Ogun State alone. And if I take you across the border, let's go to Ondo State, let's go to Ekiti State, let's go to, let's come down to Oyo State. Everywhere we have what it takes. Even Lagos State, which can be your own, can be your own Miami, the Miami of Africa. Amazing, loving place. As you love life in Lagos, but you don't control what happened in Lagos. What happened to Lagos is controlled by those who live there in Abuja, who came from God knows what, where desert, God knows. Niger Republic, Chad, Mali, some of them don't even speak the language of yours. Lagos State has oil. Do you know that? And for 22 years, those who have the opportunity to claim to be the Yoruba representatives in the 22 years of democracy in Nigeria, they have done absolutely nothing but to enrich themselves and feather their nest and continue to tell the Yoruba people to continue to hope that one day Nigeria will be better, when they know Nigeria will never be better. They do know that it will never be better. 22 years. No electricity. I keep asking people, I say, listen, Nigeria is a failed country as a whole, fine. But what happened to those who have had the chance to speak for Yoruba people, to represent us, from councillor to local government, chairman, from there to state assembly members, from there to the state governors, to the House of Rep members, to the senators for the past 22 years? I can tell you that at least 99% of them have the Yoruba blood in them. But not once did they think that, listen, if Nigeria will not build electricity, why can't we generate electricity in Yoruba land? 24 hours electricity in Yoruba land, all the Yoruba states, all the Yoruba communities. But they won't do it. They will tell you, Nigeria is not like that, that's now. It's because the Fulanis will not let us do it. No, it's not because Fulani will not let them do it. In fact, it is in their own interest, their own selfish interest, that the Fulanis will not let them do it. But have they attempted it? No. Not to talk about the disparity, the injustice, unfairness in what they call the federal allocation, whatever, which allows the federal government of Nigeria to supervise every resources in Yoruba land. They superintend everything. So it is convenient for a Yoruba governor, as long as he can get his own security votes deducted from the allocation they will give him from Abuja, as long as he can be the one to supervise how they share and spend the money from Abuja, it doesn't matter if his people are living in poverty. It doesn't matter if the education tax fund that should go into funding and sponsoring education of this future generation, the children that are supposed to build the future, those ones that are supposed to live in the future that this criminal says they are building today, then there's no money to put into education. There's no money to put into healthcare. There's no money to put into any infrastructure. And when they try to do any of them, they have to be the one to award them to themselves. And once they are in government, you will see the road. Once they leave government, the roads are gone, as usual, until the next person comes and start promising you road, promising you school, promising you hospital, promising you job. And when it does is, and because the arrangement works for them, go to Abuja, collect stipend. Don't try to stand up to them. Just you can beg. That is why a Niger Delta governor, for any reason, is now waiting for Buhari not to sign the PIB law. The part of the injustice I'm talking about, they put up something they called it Petroleum Industry Bill. And in that bill, it was meant to hand the government's, to take off the government's hands from the petroleum industry so that the people can really invest in it, develop it, start their own refineries here and there, not just Dangote Refinery, not this monopoly they give to Dangote and BAU or whatever it's called, right? That was what the petroleum industry bill was meant to be. But they did something, the magic, the Fulani terrorists. You know what they did? Inside that bill, they now included something. They said some states, they will be exploring opportunity of looking for oil. So because they will need money to start looking for oil, prospect for oil, right? So they put it inside the petroleum industry bill that every money generated from oil in Nigeria, when they put money aside, they will give 30% of that money to those states that they think in the future they may find oil. So they should invest in them. 30% of all the money from the oil they sell. They now said, but in fairness, we will also take care of the communities where we are getting the oil from. So we'll give them 3%. How many states do you have from the Niger Delta? You have River State. You have Cross River State. You have Akwa Ibom State. Where else do you have again from there? Bayelsa State. How many? 4 or 5? Help me. Since that passage of that law, the only thing we have been hearing from the governors and some of these politicians is that, we are going to start wahala. If you don't increase that money to 5%, people will get oil. We'll be paying people who no get oil 30% of the money from the oil. But people will get oil. The people who owns the oil, they will receive 3%. And now they have nobody to speak for them, to push for them enough. Right? They are now telling Buhari and Edo. Thank you very much. Edo is also listed as South, Niger Delta. They are also collecting money. And I think Ondo is also listed, by the way, for your information. Ondo is also listed as the OMPADEC. Is that not what it's called? Oil producing community, something. I don't know. 3% for the owners of the oil. 30% for those who are dreaming of having oil. Ask me. They now put together, I think, about 13 states. 13 states that they will be giving the 30% to go and look for oil. Ladies and gentlemen, now only two come from the southern Nigeria. 11 from northern Nigeria. You remember when they invested 3 billion naira looking for oil in northern Nigeria? I think it was it in Gombe or where? And last now, what are they found? $3 billion to drill borehole. Instead of drilling oil rig, now borehole, then drill. After so much, now they will collect more money now. Many of them will now collect more money. They are looking for oil. Buhari, APC, Egbekegbe, they failed to develop any refinery in Niger Delta, in any way in Niger Delta, where the oil day, where you don't need there too much pipeline. They failed for 6 years. Those ones that are there are dead. You know where they are investing money? Niger Republic. Port Harcourt Refinery, as we were told, alone can refine more than 100,000 barrels of crude oil a day, and it's not even performing in full capacity. Before this APC, Egbekegbe, Al-Qaeda People's Congress, Apanyon People's Congress, before they came in, they said Port Harcourt Refinery was working at somewhere about 45-50% capacity, and it was still producing about 100,000 barrels a day. Today, they produce one bottle of water, not even like a squeeze or anything anymore. But you know what Buhari did? He went to Niger Republic. When he got to Niger Republic, there is a refinery there before Buhari came in. And since he appointed that Bewiri from Bayelsa as the Minister of State for Petroleum, that thief, Silva, you remember him? That Musu, the one they found that hiding behind cotton when EFCC went to his house. You remember that story? Many of you don't remember, but some of you do. That's the Minister of a thief. He's the Minister of State for Petroleum. He's from Bayelsa. He has no balls to say, Oga, I have an idea, sir. Can we build one refinery in Bayelsa? Because that will save us money from bringing oil here to refine and then take back to Nigeria. He had no ball. Rather, he's telling people in Niger Delta that, listen, I get job for you. All of you, I know, say you get gone, you get, listen. I'll come to that anyway. They travel to Niger Republic. There is a refinery there. They said that refinery was producing about 15,000 barrels a day. Now, Shebiotimo, Elewa Shakmo. Now, small country with small refinery, they not do pass themselves. When Buhari came in, they went to them, they said, let us increase the capacity to 25,000 now. Yeah, but we don't get money to do ammo. And we don't even get where we're going to get the crude oil from. Don't worry. We are working on something from Nigeria, your big brother. Your brother is in charge now. Say, but increase it to 25,000. So Ibeka Chiku, the one that served with Buhari the first time, was the one that did the deal. Oh boy, if you see how they started celebrating in Nigeria, that Nigeria signed a partnership deal to start refining 25,000 crude oil from Niger Republic. From your country that was refining about 3,000, 400,000 a day, from your, and you are importing the rest. How can you be celebrating 25,000 barrel per day? But now that was the beginning. The second time, when they get to the next devil that they are in now, the one that is killing everybody, they kicked out Ibeka Chiku and they brought in Timi Priesiva, the Bayelsa Musu. Timi Priesiva now brought in another idea. Oga, let us increase this refinery in Niger Republic to 40,000, sir. We'll give them money. They will build more, the capacity. And then, sir, we need to build east-west. I don't even know what that means. North-east, east-north pipeline corridor so that we can pump the crude oil directly from Niger Delta to Niger Republic into that refinery, so that we can then refine there and we can sell it to Nigeria, sir. What do you think? Imagine how Buhari felt. Was like, Silver, you are too smart. A very great idea. So they celebrated it. Now they needed money to build that pipeline from Niger Delta to Niger Republic, right? While their social media vuvuzelas, the social media bandits, Facebook adsmen, those ones who are telling you, listen, Buhari cannot be building refinery here. It's not profitable. Dangote Refinery is coming very soon. Dangote Refinery is coming very soon. That's the song. Sing song then. Dangote Refinery is coming very soon. Then, boom. Buhari is a genius. We are going to borrow $3.5 billion to construct pipeline from Niger Delta to Niger Republic so that we can refine the crude oil there and we can bring it back to Nigeria. When you can build the refinery with that $3.5 billion right next to the rig where you are going to be drilling the oil. Now pumping machine then go buy you. They don't go buy pipeline for kilometers of jungles to Niger Republic. Now that's the deal. And there is no noise in Niger Delta. The only time we heard the noise was that we are going to blow up all the pipeline. They say, calm down. Maybe everything you go, they take, say you go blow everything. They now have to send Akpabio. Akpabiole. They have to send Akpabiole to go and meet with the Niger Delta and say, wow, now they vex. Say, put us inside the amnesty committee, give us the contract to be guiding the pipeline, and no, you can pump the oil, do whatever you like. We they do our own too. Now bunkering we they do. So as you now they pump our oil, we say we they put on for ship, we they take and buy more. I mean we get money, you know. Helicopter, I guess small helicopter, yeah. Tompolo. They are kings. So it's business as usual. And Buhari is speaking to them in the language they understand, money. That's why we are not hearing anything. So they said the communities that produces the oil will only take 3%. Now the threat we they receive, if you don't put us inside that committee, if you don't do this and that, if you don't set up that Niger Delta committee now, if you don't this committee, because it's all about that money. What can they get? What can they get? 3% for your communities to build schools, 3% for your communities to build hospitals. That 3% is actually some money, by the way. When some people put it in on scale, some communities will be getting up to $500 million, honestly. You won't believe it, a month. But that's big. I know it's big, Abby. Well, it's not big. Damn it. It's not big. How can you be taking billions from your backyard and you are living in squalor? You can't fish. You can't farm. Pretty much living like a destitute that lives off, crumbs, handouts. 500 million a month can't really be enough. Even when they send the Ikene Shatabandu, fake Pastor Ruga, when they sent him to Niger Delta, then Ogoni land, and Pastor Ruga publicly, and he lied. I apologize to people who believe that lie then, because Pastor Ruga publicly, he said, the government of Buhari has paid how much? So they have paid 1.3 billion for the cleaning of Ogoni land. Papa, they put some tipper for some areas. They scrape grass, put them inside the tipper, took some pictures, and they showed everybody, say, oh, they are working. That's it, 1.3 billion, gone. Ogoni land is not cleaned today, but there is no noise. But in Biafra land, there is a lot of noise, a bit of roar and all. Tomorrow now is another day in Biafra land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being held by the same people that are flying terrorists in private jets to rehabilitation centers, and while the terrorists, after collecting money, collecting Roger, feeding fine, playing football, then they return to what they know how to do best, terrorizing the people. The same government that is releasing terrorists, the same government that freed over 7,000 repentant terrorists, they call them. There's the repentant terrorists that killed over 200,000 people in a course of 10 years, and 46,000 of them in the last 6 years alone. The same government releasing them is the same government holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Oh boy, there's rancor, a serious one in Biafra land. And tomorrow is going to be another day that you're going to find out. This time around, it's also going to be from the far away Abuja. And all we hold them is what? The support. I don't want a situation whereby I'm going to wake up one day, and I'm going to see our children from their schools, kidnapped from their schools, right? After all they've taken, after all they've shortchanged us from, yeah? And those who are fighting for us, that they want us to sacrifice, which has pretty much failed. They couldn't really get us to disparage our own people. They want you and me to condemn those who said we deserve to live better, we deserve to stay alive, we deserve to be protected. Those who said that to me, they want me and you to join them in hanging them. But when they are releasing terrorists who have killed, kidnapped, destroyed families, destroyed homes, continue to do same, and people who have the capacity to shoot down a fighter jet, the government that protects them is asking you to crucify Igboho, to crucify Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and then watch your children witness this.
These are some of the
Hey, Oga.
Hi, these are some of the released students being reunited with their parents. That is how little they are, being reunited with their parents. Some of the students, feeling very weak, get good shot. Now with the way they are
The first boss.
That is one of the released students.
Evelyn, Elisha. Salama Shaibu.
This is the situation. This is the situation. That's one of the released students. Another of the released is yet one of the released students. One of the released students. Yet one of the released students. Situation is yet one of the released students. Another of the released students. You can see both the students and parents in tears. This is the situation here at the Bethel Baptist High School. The released students. This is the situation, both parents and the students in tears. This is one of the students whose mother had earlier fainted, but to God be the glory. She has been reunited with her mother. To God be the glory. This is one of the students. To God be the glory. So many parents cannot hold their joy, expressing it in tears. Yeah, this is the situation. Some of the parents taking their loved ones, expressing tears of joy. Tears of joy of both parents and students. That is the situation. That is the situation.
Let's sit down.
How do you feel today? What's your name?
My name is Esther Joseph.
And what's her name?
Her name is Precious Joseph. Precious Joseph.
Thank God. Thank God. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Release. The children too, you can see their legs. Very unfortunate. That is the situation. But to God be the glory. You can see both parents in tears as monks as the children.
So can you talk to us? How do you feel now that your daughter is back?
Just know that that can be you, that can be me, it can be anybody, it can be anyone, it can be somebody you know, and it can happen to any one of us anytime. If we continue to indulge them and let them hunt down those who are standing up to them, don't join them. You can be laughing and mocking and all of that. No wahala. The real people are standing up for those they should stand up for. Reverend, or is it called Bishop Kuka? Yeah, Bishop Kuka also mobilized the Catholic, right? So publicly protest against what is going on. And let me be honest with you, right? This did not go down well with the people inside the asshole rock after this happened. My friends on YouTube, we are not too many tonight, okay? But we are so many too. So which means that we've got over 2,400 of us. Only 600 of us could stop by to say, Maiyegun, well done. But I have two people who did this tonight. Let's double let's double that digits. Now, if you can, let's take it further for a minute while we watch Bishop Kuka. Give me that thumb up under that video. I'll see you in a minute.
Politicians are attempting to set the Catholic Church, against government. Our protest is not about politics, it's not about Buhari. Anybody living in this country must be genuinely concerned about where we are. The traditional rulers in northern Nigeria are saying religious leaders, so it's not about religion, everybody. So what we've done is to do what the Catholic Church knows how to do best, namely to pray. We have an idea about how a good society can come about. This is not.
So they came out, and then it was a big one. And that didn't go down well with Buhari and team. I picked up this conversation too, and I want to share with you from Professor Wole Soyinka.
Do I think that Nigeria can continue as one?
Yes.
Not if it continues this way. Not if it fails to decentralize. Some people use the word reconstruction, some people use the word whatever. But if Nigeria fails to decentralize, and I mean to decentralize as fast as possible, manifestly, not as rhetoric, then Nigeria cannot stay together. Again, it's not Wole Soyinka saying this. Everybody said it. Generals have said, ex-generals, ex-head of states have said it, politicians have said it, analysts have said it, economists have said it. And sometimes we get that, and that's what's happening to people in the streets. That's where they're moving. That's why they're demonstrating. That's why they're defying even threats from the police, from the government. If you demonstrate, you're traitors. If you do this, we'll deal with you. We'll talk to you in language which you understand. It doesn't wash with anybody any longer. Because if the nation is on a suicide slide, the people who feel that they do not deserve that kind of suicidal plunge, they have a right to say, sorry, I'm getting off this plane before it nosedives.
Very simple. Sefini. The people who can see that this thing that continues, if it continues this way, which we know is going to continue this way, we have the right to say, hey, Sefini, finito, enough, Kajiko, this, let's leave and let's part ways peacefully if you do it peacefully. So therefore, guys, tomorrow, I'm going to be back here tomorrow, right? And tomorrow is going to be loaded enough because we are all going to be following the news as we are following it in Abuja. We'll be following it in Benin Republic, and we'll be reporting back as well. But please, I will advise, calm down to what you are going to read tomorrow. There's nothing to worry about that much that you should lose any sleep, okay? I will be on hand to help at least keep the updates. But nevertheless, pray for Oloye Sunday Igboho. Pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They need our support, not our condemnation. They need every support they can get from us, okay? And that even comes from the moral support. What you are doing is not free, it's not joke, right? And what they are passing through, right, is also not free and it's not joke. And the only thing you can do to at least show appreciation, right, is never to join those mocking them. Because while you do that, you are indirectly mocking yourself. Until you become a victim, you will likely never know what they are putting away your way, or putting away from you in a way. So thank you very much for your time tonight. My friends on YouTube, let me see, where are we? Did we cross the, we only got to we only got to 900. So if you still have the time before you go, okay, just give that thumb up under that video. And to my friends who are watching me for the first time, you can also give me your subscription button, subscribe on Maiyegun's Diary Political, set your notification on, and I'm going to join you again tomorrow. Until then, learn this and good night.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti Maiyegun ti dé. Presido bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa mi. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti Maiyegun ti dé. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa mi. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gba rìbá. Maiyegun máa mi. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin ti ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa mi. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa mi. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré.